Quick but cool Nuxt tutorial today. So while developing my SaaS, I wanted to display, favicons of different websites. So I have a SaaS in which users can log in and then put the URL of their websites. And I started hard coding, the URL, but I wanted to do something more integrated with Nuxt. And so basically I went to the Nuxt Image package. And if you go down to the documentation here, all the way down, you see that we have this custom provider. Basically what allows us to do is just to create our own providers that we can use any logic we want to provide image to our Nuxt application. So what we are going to do today is just develop these two custom providers. One is going to allow us to display any shield badge from shields.io. It's very cool to be able to display shields in your application, I would say natively. So by using just the Nuxt Image component, which is very cool. And then we are going to create also this favicon provider, which is going to allow us to display favicons of different websites. And the very cool stuff is that since we are integrating natively with Nuxt, we can use any Nuxt component. So you see here, in this example, I'm using a Nuxt Image component, and even down here, I'm using directly a UAvatar from Nuxt UI. I'm just changing the provider. So we are going to start from our template, and the first thing we want to do is just install Nuxt Image. Let this install, and then we can also add this module to our modules here, and then we are good to go. So the first thing we want to do is just create for ourselves a new page that we can use. So we can just create a page called lab. Now we need to create our two providers. So the first one is going to be the favicon provider. So we can just create a new folder and call it providers. And inside here, we are going to create a new provider called favicon.yes. First thing first, we want to import some stuff, define provider right here that we are going to use to create our providers. And then we have this create operations generator, which is just going to concatenate all the modifiers of the image we are going to see in a bit. So inside here, we are going to define our function called getImage. And inside this function, basically, we are taking the source and the modifiers. So for example, the width, the height, the quality, and then we need to construct the correct URL to pass back to our Nuxt Image runtime so it can actually fetch the image. And the first things, we are going to take our size and we are going to use the quality modifier, and we are going to set it to default as 64. And then we are going to basically create these operations. So basically it's just going to create a query parameters in which the size is going to be mapped to the SZ ID. Then we can create our base URL. And so now for this tutorial, we are going to use the Google S2 favicons provider. This is not very stable as this can change. There's not any official documentation from Google stating that this is actually a service that it's going to last. It has been out for a lot of years, but it's not something very official. You can use it, of course. Just be aware of the fact that this might change in the future. And the way this works is that if we go to a new page and just paste this, we can just append the domain. You can see here the domain parameters. So for example, pass a whole string is going to basically fetch the favicon of the domain that we passed. For us, the base URL is going to be this one right here. Then we are going to append the domain search query parameters. So as the domain, we are using the source of the image. So we just pass to the source the domain that we want to fetch the favicon of, and then we just pass it to the search parameters. Then we can convert this to string and set this as the search section of our URL, and then we are basically done because we can just return the URL as the URL to string. And also we want to append our operations. In this case, it's just going to be the size right here. So we can hit save, and now our provider is done. Of course, like you see that this is very, very extensible. For example, here you can do whatever you want. You can, for example, fetch images from your database. It's just, for example, scrape the website and search for the favicon. You can have your own logic here, and it's extremely modular and abstract. Now we need to include and add this provider to our configuration. So we can go to our configuration here and add a new entry called image. Now inside here, we have the providers, and inside here, we have our first provider called favicon, which is going to have a name favicon. This is effectively the name that we are going to pass to the provider attribute of our image components. We just pass the provider entry, and it's going to be on our root of the app inside the providers function, providers folder, sorry, and then it is called favicon.yes. Like this, we can hit save, and now we can just run the server. Perfect. So we have our server and our lab blank page. Now we can just go to our new page, the lab page, and then we can start trying some stuff. So we can just create a U container. Then we're gonna have a flex, horizontal flex. Okay, now inside this div, we can start testing our provider. So we can use any component that actually uses a Nuxt image. So we can either use our Nuxt image component like this, then we can use pass our provider. See, we have this provider here, and then our provider is going to be Favicon. Then as the SRC, we need to pass the domain that we want the favicon of. So firebase.com, gonna give it some sites, hit save, and we can go back to our page right here, and we see that we have our icon correctly fetched. And this is very cool, and you see that it's a little bit jagged, so you can just increase the size. If we go to our provider, we can see that the default size is 64. So for example, if we go here, we want to increase our quality, we can just put the quality here and set 128, hit save, go back here, and we can see now that the image is much sharper. And the very cool stuff is that if you go here, we can also use, as I said, for example, the UAvatar component from Nuxt UI. We can just pass with the SRC and basically pass the same attributes here. So we can just copy this and just give it a bigger size, so 2XL. If we hit save, that this works perfectly because this is using Nuxt image under the hood. And this means that we can also, for example, use U buttons. So if we use a U button and give it some label, and as the SRC, we pass this. Remember to use single quotes, the size XL to our button, and then we need to pass the provider, the favicon. So this is going to complain here because it says that the avatar props do not have this provider element. And indeed, if we go inside and search inside the avatar props, we do not have the avatar, the provider field. But since these props are basically going to be unwrapped inside the image attribute, actually, if we hit save and ignore this error for now, we can see that it actually perfectly works. Here we have our button with the Firebase and the avatar right here. If you really hate this this squiggle right here, what you can do is just, for example, go here and just define props and be maybe a computer property, even if we do not need it, and just return this whole thing right here, put this here. And in this way, you are going to basically fix the error, and everything works again as it should. Now, the second provider we are going to create is the one that will allow us to display any shield from shield.io. And I'm talking about any shield because we are going to use the root URL here and then append with our SRC attribute whatever path we want to render. And so to do that, we can just again go to our providers and create a new provider. Now we can copy all this code, put it here. Then we do not need this, we do not need this, just change this a little bit. Okay, just delete this, and now we are good to go. So the first thing we want to do is just take the base URL here, and you can just take this from the documentation. You can see here that the base URL is of course always the same, so we can just use this. Then we are going to set the path name of our URL to our source trimmed, and then we can construct our search parameters as these modifiers. Now, if I use this, it's going to complain because the modifiers has a lot of different properties. But we want to be able to append any attribute we want to the modifiers. So if you go here to the shields.io, you can see that for any badge, for example, you can just go, I don't know, this one right here. You have a lot of optional parameters here. So what we want to do is just be able to append whatever attributes we want to the modifier attribute and just be able to basically pass this to the URL. So we can just give it for granted that inside these modifiers, we are not going to have only the modifiers that this has. Just create a custom modifiers variable and just set it as the modifiers as any. In this way, we can just prevent these squiggles. And then what we want to do, very simple, is just return the URL to string. So this URL is going to have the base URL, then the path, and then all the modifiers appended to our URL search params. So we can just hit save again, and we need to add these providers to our configuration too. So if we go here, we can just copy this, call these shields, shields, then change the name and change here this. So we can just hit save. The server is going to reload because we just changed the Nuxt config. And in the meanwhile, we can go to our lab here and we can try something. So just copy this div right here. Let's try first with our Nuxt image. So we are going to change the provider to shields, change the SRC. We do not need the quality, just decrease a little bit the height. Hit save. Let's go to shields.io and search for something, this one. So this is going to be the SRC. We can just take this, paste this here, and now I need my channel ID, which is exactly this one right here. So everything should be fine. Now we can hit save, go back to our page here, let it reload, and now we can see that we have this badge right here. We can also change the aspect of this, I mean the styling. So if we go to our provider here, we can see that, as I said, we are basically binding all the modifiers to the URL search params. So if we go here actually to our image and add modifiers params right here, we can pass whatever we want. So if we go to shields.io, we can see that we have some optional parameters. So for example, we can just use the, flat here style to style it a little bit. So we can just pass style and flat, hit save, go back here, and we can see that the style is changing. Another very cool thing that we can do with shields. So if we go here, we can see that, of course, we can just put a logo. We can basically use whatever attribute we want here. So if we go to simple icons, like this, you have all the different icons that you can use. For example, in this case, I could use the YouTube icon. And to do that, we can just go here, put our logo to YouTube, hit save, go back here. And we can see that now we have also the YouTube logo. To integrate this with Nuxt UI, you can see here that we have this color. You have like some properties that are binding colors. And now inside this template that you have available in GitHub, you have some very cool utilities. I think they are here to colors. You have this CSS color utility, which is basically going to take a CSS variable available in your document and just convert it to whatever format you want. In this way, you can use CSS variables coming from Nuxt UI and different other, front-end libraries to bind it to actually an hex and use this in cases like this. So in this case, if we want to just change the color of this shield to our Nuxt UI primary color, we can just do this. So we can just put the color and then use CSS color and pass the CSS variable from Nuxt UI, which is UI primary. And now we can see that we have the color of our badge, which is aligned with our Nuxt UI theme. And this is extremely cool. You can see, for example, if I put warning here and hit save, you can see that this becomes the color of our warning. And so in this way, you can basically just embed these badges inside your app and your website like extremely seamlessly, and it's very cool. So that's it for today's video. Very quick, but I think very useful. It's the small stuff that I wished I knew when I started using Nuxt. So I'm planning bigger and longer videos about Stripe, about SaaS, and about how to build full stack AI web apps. So just stay tuned and cheers.